Happy Devil's Friday. This is the Woo Report. The Woo Report. Morning Woo edition. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios in beautiful New Jersey. Inside the bunker. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. People are filing in on our social media channels. YouTube Live, Ted, good morning. Peter Seifert, good morning. Anthony LaPena, good morning. Chris, what's up? NY Davey says morning, woo! As today's title is How Good is John Marino? We'll get to that in a second. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Big shout out to, I think it's Andres from Norway, sending me a DM on Facebook. Hey, I need to call my folks in New Jersey, and can you just, DM me once it's 6 o'clock, since I don't know the time differences and all that. I was like, sure. Big Devils fan in Norway. Last night, when I was at the Bridgewater Mall, texted him back. It's 6 o'clock, or 1800 hours, is what he would say. But that's what we do for you, the fans, Devils fans out there. All right, so how good is John Marino? So this short podcast, because I got to get going, start my day, but how good is John Marino? Nick Villano of pucksandpitchforks.com, the editor-in-chief and also co-host of State of Fan Address, wrote a piece on pucksandpitchforks.com about the Norris Trophy votes and voting the wrong person. No offense to Dougie Hamilton, but how good John Marino is. I want to ask you, the fans, how good is John Marino? I think John Marino is a fantastic defenseman. Can skate, plays defense, penalty kill, grittiness. Still love how he came out on the ice on that last shift on the penalty kill in the playoffs against Carolina, all banged up. They fixed him. No problem. Back out there for a 2-minute penalty kill. That is John Marino. Tough. Is he undersized? Doesn't matter. He plays like he's 6'5". On the defensive side, he is that good. Look, there's no question that the Devils' penalty kill was much better than in recent years. Last season, John Marino was one of the reasons. It's a team game, but I think he is going to have a monster season with Luke Hughes. If he's paired up with Luke Hughes, like he was in that Game 5 against Carolina. Luke Hughes playing a lot of minutes in that game. The Luke Hughes-John Marino combo could be, I wouldn't say the surprise of the league this upcoming season, but could potentially catapult Luke Hughes in the Calder Trophy contention. Why do I say that? Well, again, another great piece on pucksandpitchforks.com by Nick Villano, my fellow co-host in full disclosure, saying that, Connor Bedard is going to get all the headlines, but not even Connor McDavid was able to win the Calder Trophy. And I think the pairing of Marino and Luke Hughes could be an important piece of getting the Devils over the hump and getting into the Stanley Cup Finals. I know that's a lot of pressure to put on a rookie, Luke Hughes, but you got to admit, he's really good. Like, scary good at his age. Skates faster than Jack Hughes. Is bigger than his other brothers. Don't discount Luke Hughes, how much of an impact he'll have. And the biggest reason why is because of John Marino. Cleaning up all the, rookie mistakes. The growing pains are less painful because you've got John Marino back there. NY Davey says John Marino is one of those character unsung hero guys that's far more appreciated by his teammates than the public does, because he doesn't put up huge numbers. Very important piece to a cup-winning team. Hence, my disdain for analytics, my disdain for statistics, because it doesn't tell the whole story. John Marino was a big part of the Devils' record-breaking success last season. The beauty of it was it cost the Devils a draft pick and Ty Smith a 19th overall pick in 2018. Was he 19th overall? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. But the fact is, John Marino is a lot better than you think. And what's, again, the beauty of John Marino's contract, it is very cap-friendly and for a little bit of time. Obviously, in full disclosure, maybe I'm a little biased. Our good friend of the podcast, Paul Marino, his dad, sent him the piece this morning. I'm sure he's a proud papa. I know he's a proud papa and what he does on the ice and what he does off the ice. Select a boy, what's up? Chiming in the YouTube live. But how good is John Marino? Think about that. Think about how good he is. Because you know what? I don't hear his name talked about too often. Like the Jack Hughes, like the Dougie Hamiltons, like the Dawson Mercer. The Devils are going to be scary good. Scary good this upcoming season, or at least on paper. But the Hughes, Marino pairing, he can take risks, Luke Hughes. When you've got John Marino back on the blue line back there that can skate and shut down the opposing forwards, Luke Hughes will be in the offensive mix. I'm just right now, just while I'm live here, I'm just daydreaming what it could be. After the last regular season game against the Capitals, well, what Luke Hughes did is like, hey, Alexander Ovechkin, I grew up watching you. Oh, by the way, I'll go blow by you and score the game-winning goal. That's right. John Marino is good. And he's going to make Luke Hughes exponentially better in his rookie season. You just watch. We'll have to save this Woo report and maybe replay it 5 years down the road after a couple Stanley Cups. Select Boy says the Devils can be a very solid team if they can stay healthy, especially with John Marino. Agreed. All right, like I said, it's going to be a short Woo report. But before I leave, got to tell you, I haven't been doing the podcast every day like I normally do. But it's for a good reason. The Let's Go Devils podcast, I've been having a lot of high-level meetings with my co-hosts, like Scotty, like Beer Baron, or some would say, and crew. Shorts Guy. Going to meet up with Nick Villano. Got to reach out to Vinny Parisi. But a lot of things happening with this podcast for the upcoming season. And I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Without a doubt, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Hashtag we are fun. That's what we are. We got a lot of things we're going to come up with. A lot of cool things. Also, we're going to be traveling on the road, talking to Beer Baron, or the co-host formerly known as Beer Baron, and crew. Was like, you got to give me the details. So we discussed the details at a bar last night. I wanted to do a podcast, but you know what? We really need to plan, because we've gotten pretty big in the last 2 years, this podcast. Just to let you know, thank you, Peter Seifert, about our growth. Speaking of growth, we're approaching, remember our 500,000 party in the end of February? We are now approaching 700,000 downloads. So, again, we got to plan a big part. We may hit the 1 million mark a lot faster than we originally anticipated. I was thinking it's going to be in the beginning of the 2024-25 season, but it may be surpassed right around, out of all times, this February 17th game. We are on pace to hit 1 million total downloads by then, just based on the growth. And, hey, there is no off season with the Let's Go Devils podcast. There simply isn't. And we can't thank enough you, the fans. We see the numbers, and we're like, holy crap. We haven't played a game since May. And thank you, NYD. Every Devils fan should be a subscriber. But just letting you know, there's no disinterest. It's just we're really working hard behind the scenes. I know Nick Villano at pucksandpitchforks.com. I'll be meeting with him Sunday, down at his bunker. And again, all I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna go into details. Just follow along, follow the ride, because it's gonna get, I don't know if this is a proper term. It's gonna be more funner. It's just gonna be more funner. Just remember, the big stage at American Whiskey, it's going to be more funner. Anyway, getting out of here. Thank you so much. Please rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get our podcasts. And also Spotify, Amazon Music Prime, Audible, iHeart app. You know it. Thank you. Plus the YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and Twitter Live. NY Davey, get credentials from the team. We're just going to not do that. Maybe we will one day. It's more fun. It's more fun. I mean, once you're credentialed with the team, that means we got to go in the locker room, which means we can't have fun at American Whiskey. You can't be at two places at the same time, NY Davey. Just saying. Anyway, peace out, guys. Yes. Got to get out of here. Thank you, Select Boy, for keeping me on track. This podcast. Also, got big plans of the new Morning Woo starting sometime in mid-September. Just a little teaser. That's being discussed as well. Just because you, the fans, love it for your morning commute. All right, getting out of here. Till next time, this is the Morning Woo on the Woo Report. Let's go, Devils.